Hello, everybody. Welcome back again to Band Trading Cards, and we're going to play the TTS of Wager of Troops, and we have a guest for today, and he is Johnny, the creator of the Wagers of Troops, and he will teach me how to play the game. All right. Hi, Johnny. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. So please teach me. I want to
Okay.
play this beautiful game, beautiful artwork, very nice. So, what should I do first?
Okay. So let me talk a little bit about the side that you're sitting on. So you're sitting with the Sanguine troop in front of you, and they are the vampire actors. Okay. Their entire thing is that you are going to be destroying audience members that you control to get benefits, and you're also going to be able to kind of do things with your backstage a little bit. If you look at your theater has an effect that allows you to destroy an audience member, which we call sabotage, to search your playbill for a sanguine cast member and put it in your hand. So you should always have a cast member available for you. The idea is vampires are feeding off of humans, right? Like that's kind of what they're doing. So that's kind of the premise of your deck. So the first thing we're gonna do, the decks in this game are called playbills. We're gonna shuffle our playbills.
Okay, shuffle is R.
Yep, you got it.
There. Okay, I'm
And then
shuffling.
you can actually, if you hover over your playbill and press a number on your keyboard, you can draw
Yep.
that many cards. And so we're going to draw 5 cards.
Okay. So press 5, right? 5.
Yep, and it'll draw 5.
There, I have 5. Okay.
Perfect. Okay, so in this game, at the very start of the game, there is a mulligan you can do in this. Now, the mulligan is very unique, but very specific. So what you're going to do is you're going to look in your hand, and you're going to look for cast members with a value of 0 in the top left. So you want a cast member in your hand to start with that has a 0 value. Let me know if you don't have one.
I have one. Yeah.
Okay,
0.
perfect.
It's a my
So
3. My 3D.
so I am also not going to mulligan. But in
Okay.
this game, if you were to mulligan, what you would do is you would set your hand to the side, search your playbill for something called a ticket seller. So if you look on that maitre d', he has on the right-hand side where his type is, or where his trait is, it says ticket seller.
Yes.
So in this game, you actually get to search out a ticket seller that matches your troop, and then you draw 3 cards and add that ticket seller to your hand. So you're down 1 card, but you always start with a 0 cost in your hand.
Okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to go first so that you can kind of see how what we call an act, how the act functions. Now the act is a turn, okay?
Yeah.
The act has different phases, and if you look over on, I think it's the right-hand side of your playmat, you can follow down, there's a reference card. So the way that the acts go is the first phase of an act is called all call. The first player of the first turn does not get to do the all call because we've already drawn cards and all that stuff. So I'm going to skip my all call.
Okay, what is all call?
Huh?
What is all call?
It is the first phase of your act. So it is basically the phase that allows you to draw cards and also do something where you can put audience members into the foyer, which is this general area here.
Yeah.
At the start of the game, we always start with 3 audience members. And as we progress, we're going to be adding more. So one of the options during all call is called promoting. And promoting allows you to draw 1 and place an audience member into the foyer. The other choice with all call is rehearsing, and that allows you to draw 2 cards. So it's a choice you make. Do I want to have more resources available to me and draw a card, or do I want more cards?
Okay.
I'm going to skip that. So now I'm going to go to my blocking phase. Now in theater, blocking is basically when you're rehearsing, it tells you, okay, this is exactly where I'm going to go. So the blocking phase in this game is when you put your permanent cards into play. Permanent cards being cast members, props, and aristocrats. You can only play one of each permanent type as long as you have the appropriate requirements to do so. So I'm now in my blocking phase. At the start of blocking phase, you would unbow if you had anything in play, which I don't. You would then uncaptivate. Now, uncaptivating, if I had an audience member in my control and it was captivated, I would uncaptivate it. Now, captivating, all it does is it keeps the opponent from stealing it from you. So it would lose that status effect. Okay, so that's the next thing you do. And then now I get to play any permanent card I want. I can play one of each type. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to play a Clown Harlot. Now the Clown Harlot, if you look, she has a cost of 0. Oh. And then at the top of her text box, she has the quality Charisma. So Charisma forces me to place another audience member into the foyer. So I've got her in play. She is, when she comes into play, she doesn't have off stage, so she doesn't go over here. She goes onto my regular stage. During the blocking phase, you also get the option to do a movement. Movement allows you to trade one cast member from your stage with your center stage. So if I had somebody center stage, I could trade it out. Since I don't, I can just move her here. So she's going to go to my center stage as my movement for the phase. If I had any other props that cost 0 or had a 0 requirement, I could play them. If I had any cat or any audience members, and I could play aristocrats onto them as long as I paid, the play requirement. I don't have any of that, so I'm going to skip past my blocking phase. I'm now going to say that I'm done with my blocking phase. And I'm going to move now into something called the Showtime phase. Now, Showtime, just like the all call, has 2 options. The first option allows me to, it's called putting on a show. And if I put on a show, I can bow any number of cast members I have and take an equal number of audience members from the foyer. So with 1, I'm going to bow 1 and take 1 from the foyer. It comes into my control captivated. So I'm just going to flip the audience member over and it shows that it's captivated. All captivated means is that you can't steal it from me while it's captivated. The other option is called stealing the show. And that's when I would declare audience members you control to try to take them from you. You don't have any, so I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to put on a show for 1. And now I'm going to move to my final phase, which is called the curtain call. That is basically any end of turn effects. Any end of act effects, you're going to activate at this point. I don't have any to do. So now my turn is going to end and I'm going to send the act to you.
Okay. You said that stealing the show.
Yeah.
Well, is it an ability of that card or all cards that has the ability for that?
So stealing the show has to do with your cast members, and you have to have somebody center stage to attempt to steal. So basically, I have to have an unbowed center stage cast member. If I did, I could target them as the stealing cast member. And then you would get a chance to decide whether you wanted to do something called outperform me. If you outperform me, we move into something called a contested show, and it's basically the combat in this game. It's basically like you and I taking actions back and forth to try to amplify our performance values to either accomplish stealing the value of the audience members that I'm trying to take, or to try to stop my opponent from doing that if I'm on the defense.
Okay. So I'll start with mine. So I have a 0 here.
Yeah. Okay. So if you want to look at your little reference card, the first phase of your act is called the all call, and this is actually where you're going to be drawing cards and or drawing a card and putting one in the foyer. So you're going to make a choice. Do you want to promote or do you want to rehearse? Yeah.
There. So it's either draw 2 cards
Yep.
or promote through 1 card and add 1 audience members to the foyer. So okay, I'll just use the rehearse.
Perfect.
So audience member. Where is the audience member? Is this the one?
Yeah, these are
Okay.
audience members. So if you rehearse, all you're going to want to do is just draw 2 cards from your playbill.
Oh, was that rehearse? Sorry, the one I draw
Promote is
one.
the one that
I'll
allows you to
promote.
draw.
Yeah, I'll promote.
Okay. So you would just take one from this community area here and just place right there.
So foyer is here. This one,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. This is a general area that both players have access to.
All right. Okay, so I'll just draw 1,
Yep.
and then I have here like it says prop.
Yeah. Perfect.
So prop will go to the sets, right?
So if you look on the prop, in the area, so if you look on this clown harlot where it says charisma,
Yeah, it says set.
If it says set, it'll attach over here under your theater.
Yeah. Okay. And it has 3 on the top left.
Yep, and that means that you have to have 3 audience in your control before you can play
that. Oh, okay. So I will just use 0. So I have here.
Perfect. And if you look at the quality here, if you look at the quality, he has off stage. So he's actually going to start out over here. Yep.
So he cannot bow.
He can. Yeah, he can bow and take actions and stuff. The thing about going off stage is that he can't move to center stage.
After you play a cast member with the victim type, you may sabotage his card and add 2 audience members. Oh, okay. Okay, so this will add more resource.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, all of the ticket sellers add more resources.
And then the only thing I can put in is a 0, right? Because I need audience to put all of this. Oh, I have a lady here.
Well, so at this point, the only thing you can, so because you've played your cast member, so you can only play one of each permanent type.
Okay.
So you can play a prop, and you can also play an aristocrat if you had an audience member to upgrade.
Okay. So I think I'm done for now because
Perfect.
I have a victim actor and vampire artist. So
Perfect.
they cost. Yeah. So I don't have any audience.
All right, so now we're just going to move down to your next phase, which is the Showtime phase. So you can't steal the show because you don't have anyone center stage to come after my stuff, and everything I have is captivated. So what you're going to want to do is put on a show. So all that happens with putting on a show is you bow a cast member you have, and you can take one from the foyer. So if you had more than one, you could take as many as you had, but right now you just have the one.
Okay, so I can bow this ticket seller, right?
Yep.
Okay, bow, and then take 1.
Yep.
There.
And when it goes into your control, because you did it during putting on a show, it comes into your control captivated.
Yeah. Flip.
There you go.
Captivated there. Okay, nice. And then your turn. Or if I have an ability, I can play it, right? But
you could. And if you had any triggers that keyed off of the end of the act or anything like that, you would do that at the curtain call. If you have nothing left and there's nothing left to do, then it would go back to my act.
Okay, got it.
All right, so now I actually get a chance to do the all call. So I'm going to draw 2 because I'm going to rehearse.
Okay.
Now I'm going to move into my blocking phase. So here is where I would unbow my the cast member I had that was bowed.
Yes.
And I uncaptivate any audience members I have. So now it is available.
I have a question. Why did you uncaptivate? For what?
So you have to uncaptivate at the start of your blocking phase.
Okay.
So any audience members you have lose the captivated status.
All right.
So thematically, the idea is you kind of you awed them, and now they're just kind of they're watching the show, but they're not awed anymore, right? That's the idea. Stars actually get to captivate at the end of the phase, so stars are actually really important to the game.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to play something called a Tosser's Helper. She has charisma as well, so I'm going to add another one to the foyer. And she has a passive effect that says at the start of my showtime, I may sabotage this card, and if I do, cue cards may not be used during showtime. So I can basically stop people from using actions. Then I'm going to attach a flight rigging as my prop, and I'm going to attach flight rigging to my clown harlot. So flight rigging gives +2 performance value, and if the prop is sabotaged, then I also have to sabotage the cast member it's attached to. So she's now flying around the circus.
Okay.
I don't have an aristocrat to play, so I'm just now going to move into my showtime phase. Now you don't have an audience member that I can take, so I'm just going to put on a show for 2.
Okay. So, okay, just clarification. The Tosser's Helper, you played it because you have one audience, right?
Correct. Yep.
And
So
it
she has
requires
one
one.
requirement, and so because I had one, I was able to play her.
Okay. Oh, now, my turn, right?
Yep, absolutely.
My turn is I gonna rehearse. So I'll draw 2 cards. I have so the queue will be on the last stage, right?
Cues can be played at any time,
Oh,
unless they tell you a specific time.
Mm-hmm.
So the set that you're playing over there, or sorry, the deck that you're playing over there might have something called Spray the Audience, and that tells you after you sabotage an audience member, you can play that cue and get a bonus. So most cues don't have any timing, but some of them will tell you when you can play them.
Yeah, so I have the spray the audience, and it says, after sabotage an audience member, then target cast member has +2
Yeah.
performance. Okay. So you said +2 performance, so I can make my ticket seller to 2, right?
You could if you sabotaged one of your audience
Yeah,
members.
that means that's the bonus. And I have a Devil Torzero. It's a star, so but I need 4. This card does not bow to perform the diva quality. Oh, okay, nice. All right, so I need there. I have a victim actor. Victim actor will go to when an audience you control would be sabotaged. You may instead sabotage this card.
All
Okay.
right, so at the start of your blocking phase, before you play a cast member, you're going to unbow and you're going to uncaptivate.
Oh yeah.
And now you can play your cast member.
I can play it here.
Perfect.
Oh, by the way, how do I know that it will be in the off stage and the stage?
Yeah, if you look at your Mater D at the top of the text box, it says off stage. So he has the quality off stage.
Yeah. Okay. So now it's on this, so I can put this one in the center, right?
Yep. So as a move action, yep, you can move her right over there.
Audience you control would be sabotage. Means that okay, it will sacrifice this one instead. Okay. So how do I attack? How do I
Sure. So if you're done with your blocking phase and now you're moving into showtime, you declare that you want to steal the show if you want to come after my stuff.
Yes.
So you have an unbowed center stage cast member to steal with. So you have a valid cast member. So now you're going to choose which of my audience members down here that you want to attempt to take. Now you can't try to steal my captivated ones. So you only have the one option if you want to steal from me.
Yeah, I will steal that one.
Perfect. So we're going to set this aside. just to know that that is your choice. Okay. Now, if you look on the right-hand side here, audience members have, there's a little purple icon and with a 1 in it. And that 1 is something called a steal value. So at the end of you attempting to steal the show, you need to have at least 1 performance value in order to take that audience member. Now, if you had chosen more than 1, you would add those together, right? So like this 1 and this 1 equals 2. But since you have the 1, you just need 1 at the end of the stealing the show. Now, now that you have set that aside and you've made your choice, I get to decide whether I want to attempt to defend, which we call outperforming. Now, I can do that even if I'm bowed, but when I'm bowed, the values, the printed values of my cast members and my props are reduced to 0 on that cast member. So essentially, like, I get set to 0, but I can still try to outperform you if I have some means to amplify my performance value.
Okay.
I'm not going to attempt to outperform at this point because I have no means of amplifying my performance to try to slow you down or to hinder you.
Okay.
So now you would check, do you have enough to take this? So she's a 2, this is a 1, you do. Now, if you didn't, you could use an action called supporting, and you could actually amplify your center stage person with other cast members you have. But you don't need to do that. So what we're going to do is this is going to move into your control.
Okay.
Because you successfully stole the show.
Yeah.
And she's going to bow.
All right. And then the ticket seller won't add because it's 0. So it's just useless, right?
Yeah. So
ever,
so even if we were in a contested show and you wanted to support with him, he wouldn't offer any value because he's a 0. Now, supporting just adds whatever their value is to the center stage person. So basically, supporting is you've got a bunch of people and they're helping the star, right? Like they're helping the person that in the spotlight.
Okay. And then I have here, so I have a queue of, I will how do I sabotage an audience?
So that's a great question. You have to have an action or scene or something to do that with. And if you look at your theater, it gives you that option, but only during your blocking phase.
Your blocking phase, an audience members you control. Sabotage an audience members you control, then search your deck for a sanguine cast member that does not have the star quality, reveal it and add it to your, okay. So blocking stage, so because I'm done with my blocking stage, so I can't do that anymore.
Right.
And I don't have any, let me see. Oh, I have here a lord.
Yep, and that's lords are aristocrats. So those are the things that you play during your blocking phase, and you play those on top of your audience members. Those are the things that kind of like make your audience members harder to steal.
Yeah, okay. But it says here 5, so what, that's a requirement, right? For
that's no, so 5 is the steal value. So what you want is on the audience member, it says play. So that's a play condition. It's telling you how to play the card.
Yeah, sabotage 2 cards. Yeah. Okay. So I think I'm done for my turn.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to rehearse because there's 2 in the foyer still. I will unbow and uncaptivate my audience members and unbow my cast members. Let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to play another clown harlot who has charisma. And then I'm just going to go ahead and put on a show. So we're going to bow these 3 and I'm going to captivate them. Yeah, so all I did was I went to my Showtime phase and I put on a show for the 3 audience members, and now it's
Mm-hmm.
going to move to your act.
So you're not attacking, you mean? You're not
Nope, because
killing?
so for me, I saw more value in getting the 3 audience from the foyer than I did from taking your 2.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Because
So,
if I took them from the foyer, when I put on a show, I can captivate them. Whereas if I take them from you, I don't captivate them. So I
okay.
saw more value in not going after you.
All right. So I forgot to captivate my audience.
Yeah, so when you steal, you actually don't, because
No.
they've already been captivated.
Okay. So how so should I captivate them, or this one is
Nope,
fine
nope.
now?
They are not captivated right now.
Okay. All right. So I will just so we don't have any audience now. So what if there's no more audience here?
Well,
We
if
need
there's no more there, then you can't put on a show. Well, I
oh
mean, you can put on a show for nothing, right? So you can put
mm-hmm.
on a show, but there's nobody there to get.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
this is where it gets kind of a question of managing the resource in the game, right? Because there's none in the foyer. So do you come after me, or do you add them to the foyer, or how do you approach this? Because they're not infinite, right? Like you have to actually force them into the foyer.
Yeah. So I'll just do a promote so that I can have one, right?
Perfect.
Yeah, just one, and I will promote, and I will get one audience, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. And I got, oh man, this one is costs a lot. It's a star diva.
Oh, if she's a lot, I bet you got Carletta. She's the leader of the Sanguine.
Carlera, yeah. The problem is I don't have any card that has 2 or less than 2.
Well, you have an amazing theater that allows you to find what you need.
Okay. During the blocking phase. So this is my blocking phase, right?
Yeah, so once you're
Okay.
past the all call, you move into blocking.
So sabotage an audience member you control, then search your deck for a sanguine cast member that does not have the star quality, reveal it. So I have to sabotage an audience?
Right. And remember, you were asking me how you do that. So that's one way to sabotage audience. And that theater basically says, if I don't have anything I can play, I can get something I can play.
Okay. Now I will use this sanguine. Sorry,
Yep.
teatro. I will use that. So I will sabotage my audience member, but I have this unwilling participant.
Yep.
So
You
it
sure
will
do.
sabotage this instead, right?
Yeah, if you want to. Yeah, it is up to you.
But I will no longer have a. Oh man. Okay. But
But you haven't played a cast member for um this phase either. So it's really up to you how you want to approach this. Because you could go find a 2 cost and just put her on the stage.
oh, by the way, I have here the one, the maitre d.
Yep.
It says after you play a cast member with a victim type, you may sabotage this card and add 2 audience members to the foyer. So I should have done that, right? When I
It's
played,
a choice. So
yeah.
it's usually not advisable early game, but once you get in the late game and the maitre d becomes
Uh-huh.
less important, then you can just pop it off and get to audience in the foyer.
Yeah. So because your goal, you need to have like a performer, put all the performers in here. You have to build your performers, right?
Exactly.
Okay. So anyway, I will not do anything for now. I will just steal a show.
Sure. Um,
Steal the audience. Yeah.
I will. Or it's okay. So choose which of my audience you want to attempt to steal.
So you have a uncaptivated. Yeah, this one.
Yep.
Yeah,
So these 2 here are not captivated.
yeah, this one right here. So I'm gonna put it here, right? Temporarily, and then
Okay.
I
So you
will.
only want the one, or do you want 2?
Can I get two?
Yeah, you can choose as many as you want
Based on
that
the
are not captivated.
based on the performance, you mean?
Yeah, so at the end of the contested show, your performance, your final performance, has to meet or exceed the steal value of the total audience that you've chosen. So if you choose two, you see these numbers here, 1 and 1, that's 2.
Yeah, yeah,
So you would
because
need 2 to take them.
I have two performance value, right? That's why
Yeah,
I
it's
can
really
get
so it's
two.
really up to you. I mean, like you could play it safe and go for 1, or you could go all out and go for 2. It's really up to
Yeah,
you.
I can get two.
Sure.
Yeah, two. Just okay.
All right. So you have
Then tap.
declared that you would like to steal the show from me. You have chosen
Yes.
your audience members. I am now going to activate my theater.
Okay.
So it says, scene, when an opponent steals the show targeting you, which you have just done, you may bow a cast member with 1 performance or more that is not center stage. If you do not, I get to sabotage a target card that has no attachments that you control.
But you are already bowed.
Yeah, but I'm not worried about my cast members. I'm activating my theater. So I'm playing the revenge card. You have chosen to come after me, so now we're gonna blow some stuff up.
Mm-hmm.
So you get an option. Do you want to bow a cast member that is not center stage, that has 1 or more performance value? You cannot do that because you don't have one. So I get to blow something up. So I'm going to be nice. We're going to blow up your ticket seller here.
Mm-hmm.
So your ticket seller is going to move backstage.
Okay.
All right. So I have resolved the scene on my theater. I am going to not choose to outperform. So you will successfully steal the show, and these will move into your control.
Okay.
Nope. Yeah, correct. Yeah. So when you steal, they do not get captivated. So at the end, we're just going to bow you there. And
So how
then,
about the remaining audience? This one, this two. Are they captivated?
nope.
No? Okay.
So yeah, like I said, the only time you captivate is when you put on a show and take them from the foyer.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Stars, the star quality also gets to captivate at the end of your act, which is the end of your turn.
All right. Okay, so I'm done for now.
All right. So I am going to promote. So we're going to add 1 to the foyer. I'm going to draw 1 and unbow and uncaptivate. All right. I'm going to play a Fiery Wrangler, which is she requires 1 audience member. I have 3, and she's a vice acrobat, and I can bow her and then sabotage a prop that's on the stage, or that's in play, and then I would have to sabotage her. I am then going to play some Jester's Makeup, and we're going to give that to this Clown Harlot. So that requires that I have 2 audience members, which I do. It's a costume, so it's attaching to the harlot. And it says this cast member does not bow when they put on a show. If I had an aristocrat, I could play it, which I do not. So I'm just going to move to my Showtime, and I'm going to attempt to steal the show. So I'm going to target this Clown Harlot, and we're going to go after these 2 here. So now you need to decide, would you like to outperform? You're bowed, so your performance value is set to 0.
Yes.
So it's really up to you if you have some effect or something like that you want to do. But I am declaring that I'm attempting to steal.
No, I don't have any cards that prevents that.
Okay. So you would not like to outperform, is that accurate?
What do you mean by outperform?
So outperforming is defending. So the way that it functions is like if you it's kind of hard to explain, like when I'm trying to be on camera, but essentially, or not on camera, on when I'm trying to like do it up for a video, but essentially the way it works is, let's say that you were unbowed, right?
Yes.
And I go to steal these two. So these two equal 2. And we go into a contested show. Now my value is 2. I need 2. And let's say both of us passed, right? So none of us had actions. At the end of a contested show, you apply a penalty to my cast member based on your current performance value.
Mm-hmm.
So if your performance value was 2, you would reduce my performance value by that 2 to a 0, and then I wouldn't be able to steal these.
Ah.
But because you're bowed, you're at a 0. So it's really going to be really hard for you to amplify your performance unless you have a queue or something that lets you do that.
Okay, I don't have one. So yeah, I don't have one.
Okay. So we'll just say that you're not going to outperform. And I will successfully steal the show. So these are going to move into my control, and then it will move to your act.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So mine is, since we have no audience here, I will draw 2 cards. So what's the maximum card stack?
8 cards in hand. And if you ever have more than 8 in hand, you resolve the action that puts you over 8, and then you sabotage from your hand down to 8.
There. That's one. And another one. Okay. So I have here I have 2 audience member. Then I can put this. Oh, I have to flip this one here. Then I have a flight rigging costume. If this problem sabotage is cast member. Okay. So I gotta put on this one, right?
Yep, you sure can.
Hey, what happened? Oh man. There. Okay, it froze. And then I gotta put it right there. And I paid 1, right? Because this one
Well, you're not paying anything. It's just a requirement. So it's just checking to see, do I have that many?
Okay.
Yeah, the restriction in this game is you can only play 1 of each permanent type per act.
Okay. All right. So I can still use the 2 audience, right?
Yeah, well, you can still play a cast member with up to 2 audience requirements. Yes, you can absolutely do that.
So it's like it doesn't be used because I use
correct.
it by
yeah. The only thing that has like values like you're asking about where it like uses it up is when you play queues.
Okay,
so in this, the restriction is I can only play 1 cast member, I can only play 1 prop, and I can only play 1 aristocrat as long as I meet the requirements. So like that's the difference. Like it's not like I bow to 2 mana and then I can play 1 thing and then I still have 1 mana left. That's for queues, not for permanent cards.
Okay, got it. So what I'll do is it says here, after you sabotage, I have the spray the audience. So I will sabotage an audience member, right? Okay, this mine, right?
Sure. So what you're going to do is you're going to activate your theater.
For the queue.
Yeah. So the timing on this is you have to sabotage an audience member first, and the way you do that is with your theater.
Okay. Because I have the queue card.
Yeah. So go ahead and do your theater.
Yeah. Okay, got it. So I'll use the ability of the theater.
Yep. So
I sabotage that.
Whenever an audience moves to your backstage, you just remove it from the play zone altogether.
Okay. And then search your deck for sanguine cast member that does not have the star. So I will search my deck, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm searching now. Sanguine. Sanguine is type.
Sanguine is the troop. So Sanguine is like, it's the blue icon on the left side
Oh yeah.
of the cast member. It looks like a vampire lady.
Yes, I have here. Yeah, Dracula, vampire.
Yep,
That
perfect.
one, right?
Yep, that's
Sanguine's
completely
Gamatis.
fine.
So put it in
So
my hand.
now, so now you have sabotaged an audience member. So now you can play your cue.
So my Q is after sabotage an audience member, target cast member has +2. So I will I will do this Q.
Yep.
So how do I play the Q? Put it in the graveyard or in
Yep,
the
exactly. Yeah.
backstage?
Once you play it, and it resolves, it just moves to your backstage.
Yeah, so I'll just put it there for now. So after you
Perfect.
sabotage an audience, so I will have this one +2. That will be 4, right?
Yeah. So she's a 2. You just gave her an additional 2,
Yeah,
and she has flight ring, so she's a 6.
6. Okay.
Now
So
this performance value is gonna, the bonus that this gives from the queue is gonna go away at the end of the act.
yeah, correct. So I will use this to steal 6.
Okay, so you can still, but hold on, you can still play a cast member. You don't want to rush. You need to play your cast member first.
I don't have any more because I only have one audience, and I don't have
But you just got one, didn't you?
no. It's 2. It costs 2.
Oh,
Sanguine.
okay. So I would suggest looking for a 1 so you can still play a cast member. So I
Yeah,
would
I don't.
put him back, and go get a 1 cost.
Oh, is there a sanguine that costs 1?
Yeah, or 0.
Oh, I didn't know
Uh,
that.
I would suggest maybe Blood Bather is a great option.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, there. Sanguine. I typed in sanguine.
Yeah, no, Sanguine's just the troop. So when you type it, it's not going to find that. All of your cards in there are going to be either Sanguine or Traveler cards. So if they look like vampires or corpses, they're going to be from the Sanguine troop. So if you go to the top and you type, like, go up to the top and type blood,
Blood. Yeah, there.
and
Oh,
then
yeah.
there should be a character named Blood Bather. I would suggest you grab her.
Oh, yeah. Here. How do I know that it's a sanguine? There's no.
Yeah, so if you look on the left-hand side, it has the troop icon.
Here,
If
I'm
that
gonna put
matches
it
your
here.
theater, so your theater trait is here where it says sanguine.
Yeah.
So if these match up, that's what you're looking for.
So I have it here. This blood bather.
Yeah, perfect.
Mm-hmm.
So now that's resolved, go ahead and get out of your search and then shuffle your playbill.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And then you can put her in your hand and then play her for the blocking phase.
Yes. Okay, because it costs 1, so I'm gonna play here.
Yeah, and it's not even a cost; it's a requirement. So
requirement. Okay. Sabotage an audience you control. Then this card has +2 performance. Okay. So
yeah, so
I
that's
want
just
to
another
sabotage
way
it.
to sabotage, like you were asking about. So now
Yeah.
this is going to move to your
Correct.
backstage, and now you can move into, well, I mean, you're still in your blocking, so you could still technically play an aristocrat if you wanted to.
Aristocrat.
Yeah, aristocrats look like audience members, but like for instance, Arnold is an
Oh
aristocrat.
yeah. I can do this because I have lots of cards in my hand. So I can sabotage cards from my hand. So I'll use this.
Perfect.
Here.
So
Put it
Arnold,
here.
yep, exactly. You got it. So all you need to do is just sabotage 2 cards from your hand.
And I won't sabotage the star, right?
I mean, you can, you don't have to. It's your choice what you sabotage.
Okay. I'm gonna sabotage 2, right? 2, so that one.
Okay.
And okay, this one.
Perfect.
There.
All right. So
And
now
then,
you've played one of all of your permanent types, so you don't have the option to do that. You do still have the option to take a move action if you want to, so you could switch these 2 out. You don't have to, but it's an option you have.
yeah, I don't want because it's 0.
Perfect.
And this one is already 6, correct?
Yep. Yep. So now we're going to move to the um, Showtime phase. So
Showtime.
make your choice. Do you want to take from the foyer or do you want to try to take from me?
Mm-hmm. It will be the, oh yeah, it will be advantage to take from you, right? So that you won't build up your audience, right?
Well, I do
Or
have a very, very mean theater that you're going to have to figure out how to deal with.
yeah, because you have a toaster helper still can.
Yeah, well, I'm not even
Oh,
talking about my cast members. I'm talking about my theater card.
oh,
So when you come to take
oh
from
yeah.
me, I get to activate my theater, and my theater's very mean.
Oh, correct. Yeah, you can. You will remove one performer from me.
But it's not
One
it's a
performance.
card that doesn't have an attachment. So I can actually remove your flight rigging, or I could remove your blood bather. Um,
Okay, so I'll just get this 2.
sure.
Okay, there. Um,
And they're going to be captivated because you took them from the foyer.
yeah. Okay, got it. There and there you go. And tap. Okay, and yeah. So back to 0. Back to 2.
All right.
And go ahead. It's your turn.
Perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and promote. So I'm going to put one in the foyer and I'm going to draw. Then I'm going to unbow. I am going to, let's see, I'm going to play a Fiery Wrangler. I'm going to go ahead and bow my Tosser's Helper to play a cue. So the cue that I'm going to play is called Come One, Come All, which is the same art that's behind you there.
Mm-hmm.
And it says add 2 audience members to the foyer.
Uh-huh.
And
Okay.
if I had a ticket seller, I would add an additional one, but I do not. So this is going to move backstage. I am not going to play any other cards, so I'm going to move to my Showtime phase, and I'm just going to put on a show. So this one's going to put on a show without bowing, because that's what this card does, the Jester's
Mm-hmm.
Makeup.
Yeah.
And then these 2 are going to bow, and I'll take these 2 here. And then it's your go.
Okay, so you bow the fairy wrangler to get this cards, right? With the
Correct.
performance of 1. Yeah. Okay, got it. Oh, okay. So
Yeah,
mine.
so the clown harlot is wearing Jester's makeup, which
Mm-hmm.
says that she doesn't have to bow to put on a show. So
Okay, yeah.
normally she would bow, but because she's wearing the Jester's makeup, she doesn't have to.
Okay. All right. So mine is so since I only have 4 cards, I will just what's this? Rehearse. So 1 and 2. Oh, no. I have to put just 1. I will just promote so that I can get 1 audience. There. Then this card is, oh, nice. I have exuding extra.
Perfect.
So if this card is backstage, after you sabotage an audience member, you may add this card to your stage bout. Oh, nice. It will go back to the, if even if you have already played a cast member this act. Okay, that's good. Um, so I can play this Diva. What is Diva?
So Diva is a quality that says you can bow that cast member to draw a card and then sabotage a card from your hand. So it's basically cycling.
Uh-huh. Okay. So I'll just play this.
All right, so let's go ahead and
Un
unbow
yeah, unbow, sorry.
and
Oops.
uncaptivate. There we go.
Yeah, there. And then I gotta play. So I have 3 audience, and I have here opponent takes control of 1. This okay. I have the wager right here. I'm gonna use this,
Perfect.
and it's a prop,
Yep.
and it will be in this, right? In the set.
Yep. Because it's a set. You got it.
So it says here, if there are at least 3 audience members in the foyer, target opponent takes control of 1.
Yep.
Then this act, if you successfully steal the show, take control of 2 audience members from the foyer. Ah, but I don't have this one here. Just 2. Just 1.
Yep. Just the one. So if you had like what I had, the come one, come all, you could get there.
So I will just choose I will use this one later, right? If we have many audience here, correct?
Yeah. Yeah. So once there's 3 in there, you can use the wager.
So for now, I will just put it on this set.
Perfect.
Okay. And then okay, I think that's, yeah. All right. So I gonna oh, I'm gonna use this exuding extra.
Yep.
Okay, to oh wrong, to get an audience member, right?
Okay. So I want you to look at my side of the play area.
Yeah.
Now, if I get 2 and you don't have a way to stop me, I will win the game on my next act. So the question
okay.
is it more advantageous to just take the one from the foyer, or is it more advantageous to
From
try
you.
to take from me?
Oh, yeah,
Because
yeah.
you do now have this guy you can bow to deal with my
Yeah, this one.
theater.
So I'll just use the unwilling participant, right? Instead of this one, right? Because it can get 2 from you, right?
Oh yeah, so basically you can come after me for as much as you want. The unwilling is at 4. If you use your blood bather, that's a potential 6. But you do see that I have 1, 2, 3, 4 possible standing. So it's really up to you how you want to approach this.
4, yeah, because you have 4, 4, and I have 6.
You have a possible 6, yes.
Yeah. 2 and the 2 for a 4. I have 4 here for these 2 cards. So I'll just tap this one and this one.
Okay, so let's back up.
I have 5.
So let's back up a second. So what are you wanting to do? Are you wanting to put on a show or steal the show?
Steal from your audience.
Okay. So you have an unbowed person, so that is valid. So now you need to decide which of my audience you want to take.
This I'll just start with this. Oh no, this one is captivated, so no. This one here.
Okay.
And here.
Okay.
I can get 4.
All right, so you're gonna go for 4.
4, right?
I mean, yeah, it looks like that's what you're going for. So we're gonna put these aside. Now I need to decide, do I want to attempt to outperform? And I will say yes. But before I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and trigger my theater.
Yes.
So you are going to need to bow someone on your stage or your off stage that has 1 or more performance value.
Okay, I'm gonna bow this one.
She has 0 right now. So in order to get her to 2, you need to sabotage something. So what you can do, it's really up to you.
Oh no, I just bow this.
Okay. So yeah, you would bow that.
One.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. So now we're gonna go. Now I'm gonna choose to outperform. So now we're gonna go to something called a contested show. So you're really gonna get to see kind of how it functions here. you are the stealing player, so you get the first opportunity to declare an action, which we call scenes. In the contested show, scenes must be allowed to resolve unless the opponent has something to change the state of the game. That's something that we call heckling, okay? So basically, if you declare you're doing something while we're in the contested show, I have to let it resolve unless I have something to completely change the state of the game. So like if I had a means to bow you before you do something, or sabotage some, like one of your cards or something like that, that's called heckling, okay? So it's like an interrupt.
Yes.
Okay. So you get the first opportunity to declare an action. So currently you are at 4 and I am at 2. So at the end of the contested show, at this point, I'm going to be reducing you by 2. So your 2 would go after these 4, and you would be 2 less than you need, because these 4 together have a steal value of 4. So
okay, so that means I have 4 and you have 2. So
and at the end, I'm going to be reducing you.
Yeah, so the difference with that is 2, right? So I can only get 2 audience
No.
member,
You
correct?
have to get the entire value that you declare.
Okay.
If you declare 4, you have to have 4 at the end of it.
Okay. Yeah. 4. Correct.
Okay. So right now I am. You need to amplify your performance value. So one way that you can do that is to do something called supporting. So that's the thing I was talking about, where you bow one of your cast members to add their current performance value to your center stage person.
Yeah, but
now,
this
in this
one is
case,
0.
Right now it's 0, but it does have a scene you can do.
Sabotage an audience you control, then this card has +2. Okay. Okay. But if I have to sabotage, then your theater will trigger, right?
No. My theater's already done.
Or done. Okay. I'll just use this.
All right. So it's not a bow. So if it said bow, it would require that you turn it to the side.
Okay.
But right now, the action that you are declaring is the ability on it, which is a scene ability. So you're just saying, okay, I'm going to activate this scene.
Yeah. So
now
I remove this.
Exactly. You got it.
Yeah. There.
So
and
now this
I will have 6. Correct.
Well, hold on. So we're not there yet.
Oh.
So right now, your action was to give this one +2, right?
+2. Oh yeah.
So now that action is resolved. So now I get the opportunity to declare an action, like unless you had like a cue or something to kind of like add to it, like if you had spray the audience, you could play it.
Yeah, I have one here.
Okay, so you can play that because you sabotaged an audience. So you can heckle your own action here.
Yeah, I can play this.
Perfect.
And I will add +2 more, right?
All right. So do you want to give it to this one or this one?
This one here.
Okay.
On unwilling participant. Yeah, there.
Perfect. So that puts the unwilling participant to a 2-4-6. So now it's my opportunity to declare an action, right? So I'm going to go ahead and support. So I'm going to support for 2. So we're going to go +2 here. So now it's your opportunity to declare an action. So I'm at 4 to your 6. So you need to get 2 more again.
So you added 2, so you are 4, correct?
Correct. Yep.
And I am 6 here.
You're 6 right now. So you're going to need 2 more.
To get this 4, correct?
To get to the 4, yeah, so because I'm going to subtract from you.
I'll use this Blood Bather.
Yep. So you're going to support. So go. Yep, you got it.
Yeah, there. Yeah.
And then we'll just apply that bonus here. All right. And now it goes back to me. I don't have any further scenes that I want to do, so I'm going to pass.
Okay.
So if you're done as well,
Question: what if I did not support with Blood Bather? Should I just get 2?
No. No. Then I would have successfully outperformed you.
Okay.
And when the defender wins, right? So if I successfully outperform, The
Mhm.
penalty for you losing is I can actually force you off stage bowed.
Oh, okay.
That
Got
leaves
it.
you defenseless on your next turn. So it's pretty harsh if you lose and you go for the steal.
So that's why you need to do the math first
Yep.
before.
Yep.
Okay, got it. And or you just get two so that you can satisfy the requirement,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can undervalue and take less than you think you might
Yeah,
take.
correct.
That's a tactical choice.
Yeah.
A lot of my players, they will like undervalue what they're doing because
Yes,
of the fear that the opponent might have something.
correct. All right. Or
But yeah, I don't have anything else I can do, so I'm going to pass. So at this point, you are successfully stealing.
so I can steal this four. Oh man, doesn't there. Okay. And then and they are not
Correct. Yep, they're not captivated. And she's going to bow.
oh bow, yeah. Everything is bowed and not captivated. Yeah, there you go. Okay, got it. And I have nothing to put in the card, and it's your turn.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and promote. And I will draw one.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do what I did last act, and I'm going to come one, come all.
Okay.
Um, and oh, these uncaptivate as well. And then I'm going to go ahead and put on a show. We're going to use this one, and then these two. And then I'm going to send it to you.
Okay. Right. So mine is I will um okay, just draw one card and get there. Then flip. Okay, now oh nice. All right. So I have an off stage here, traveler musician. Cost requirement is 0.
Yep.
So it's an off stage and then
But
I
let's back up a second.
oh
Do you said you had a star in your hand that cost
yes,
6,
I
right?
have. Yeah,
How many audience members do you have now?
6.
So it might be more advantageous to play her than it would be to play your offstage person.
Yeah, because but the off stage person oh because I just need one, right? I can only play one, right?
Yeah,
Correct?
you can only play one cast
Ah,
member.
I got
Yeah.
it. I got it. All right. I thought that I can put more. Okay. So I guess use this Carlera.
Yeah, there she is.
Yeah.
She's big and mean.
And I can swap with this, right?
Absolutely.
Unwilling participant. So just swap it like this?
Yep, just swap it. Now the prop's going to go with the unwilling participant because it's attached to
Oh,
her.
okay. There. And why is Carlera is a strong card?
So she is, you'll notice she has the type Bravo. Bravos are typically going to be like the leader of that group.
Mm-hmm.
She is the leader of the Sanguine. She is, as you can see, she costs 6. She has 6 performance value. She has Star, which means that you can only have one of her in play at any given time. She has Diva and she has Charisma. So we're going to add one audience to the foyer just from you putting her into play. But yeah, so I said she was big and bad because you'll notice she has 6 performance value on her own.
Oh yeah. Okay.
She has a bunch of qualities. She is really good. And if you read her her trait there, it says once per act, while this card is center stage. After an audience member you control is sabotaged, place it back into your control captivated. So basically, she lets you kill your stuff to get whatever benefit and still keep it, right? So like she's really good.
Yeah, correct. And the charisma is the one that you pulled an audience, right? To the
Exactly.
foyer. And
Yep.
then the diva is just
You
to
bow it and then you draw a card and discard a card.
diva is bow, draw a card, and discard a card.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. And
Yeah,
then
so
the
she has
star is
three
just
of the
one.
4 qualities. Yep.
Yeah.
She's good.
So I can't put any star on the stage, correct? Another star, sorry.
You can put other stars, you cannot put other Carlettas. So if it has the same name.
Got it. So it's just like the legendary cards.
Exactly. Yep. Exactly.
Okay. All right. So yeah, there. And then you have here, how much you have? 0. So you have 2 performance, and I have 6. So this will be okay. So I'm gonna use my I'll use exuding extra. So there, and participating. What's this? Unwilling participant. Okay.
Oh, hold on. What are we doing?
I will steal. I will get from the foyer.
So, might I suggest that you steal? So you only need 4.
Oh, because you have only 2.
I have 4 here, and you have your biggest character center stage to take from me. So basically, you are set up to win right now. So you also have the wager that's active. So you have a lot of things working for you. So I would suggest that you steal, because I only have 4 showing to try to steal.
And I need 4. All
you need is 4.
Got it. So I will just I will steal 4.
Perfect. Okay, so we're gonna set these to the side here.
Oh, sorry.
No problem. So you can also, I think, all right, before we do that, let's before you declare your stealing, let's activate your wager. So go ahead and do this.
Okay, I bow, and then if there are at least 3 audience members in the foyer, I have 3. Yes, target opponent takes control of 1.
Yep. So I've done that now.
Then this act, if you successfully steal the show, take control of 2 audience members from the foyer. Okay.
Perfect. So that's activated.
Oh.
Yep. So bowing just means you have to turn it. That's good.
Bow.
Yep. Exactly. So now we'll go to your showtime. So now choose how many of my audience you want to take from me.
Okay. So I have 6. I have 4. That's 10. And I have 1. 11. Wow.
And possible.
And I only need 4.
And you only need 4. And you have a possible 2 here as well.
Yeah.
Now if you use this, it doesn't matter, because Carletta is just going to give it back to you.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, so I will sabotage an audience.
Okay, so you're going to do that before you get to your showtime. Is that accurate? So we'll do that. So Carletta is going to put it back captivated.
Yeah, captivated. Yeah, correct.
All right,
and
there we go.
Then I will tap. I will not. This one will tap, right?
No, so now you're going to declare you're stealing the show.
Yeah, I will steal the show. I will steal 4.
Okay, so we're going to set 4 aside here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
Yes, correct.
So you have declared you are stealing the show. I'm going to use my theater. So you need to bow 1 performance value of cast members you control that are not center stage.
Yeah, so this one is here.
Perfect.
That one.
Okay. So now I need to decide, am I going to outperform? And I will go ahead and say, yes, I'm going to try to outperform.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you win the game.
But you're 4 only.
So you as the active player, or sorry, the stealing player, you get the first opportunity to declare an action. So right now you're at 6, and I'm going to be subtracting 2 from you. So right now you are successful. So it's up to you if you want to take an action. You don't have to. You can pass.
Yeah, pass.
All right. So I'm going to support. So we're going to send this over here. We're going to get +2. Back to you.
So I declared to steal it with Carleta, right?
Yep.
6. And
Yep.
you have already, how much you have? 4? Oh, you supported, right?
Yep, I supported. So
you
now it's
have
your back
4.
to your action.
Yeah. So 6 minus 4, that's 2, and I will use unwilling participant. That's another 2.
Yep.
And this
Well, so then it
Bloodbather.
would go back to my chance to take an action, right? So like you're
Yeah.
going to support for 2 here. I actually don't have anything else I can do, so I'm going to pass. So you actually at this point you have enough because you're at
Yes.
8, and I'm going to be subtracting you for 4.
Yes.
So at this point you could pass and take all 4.
Yeah, 4. So I won, right?
All
I
right.
win.
Yeah. So, well, so technically what happens at this point is we would finish showtime. So you would bow this.
Yes.
If I had something that I could do to basically like clear your audience members or something, I could do that before your curtain call. Your curtain call is going to hit. I don't have anything I can do, so now you're going to win the game.
Oh, nice. And Bloodbather will be like that, right?
No, because you didn't
No?
have to support with her.
Oh yeah. No. Why? Oh, because this is 4. It's 4 because of the
Exactly. Yeah,
flight
because
rigging. Yeah.
6 plus 2 was the 8 there.
Yeah,
So
because I didn't see the costume. I forgot. I have a costume. Yeah.
But there you go. You've won the game.
Oh yeah,
Congratulations.
oh man, this one is really interesting. Really, nice. It's a unique game. I haven't played this type of game yet.
That's good. That's good. It should.
Really
I
cool.
hope it had some familiarity, right? Like some things
Yeah,
that
I
felt
know
familiar.
how the steps. Yeah, really cool. Yeah. Okay, and I have to study more on the cards. Okay. All right. So I guess that's it. I won.
You won. You took it.
Thank you very much for the game. And yeah, and I think we have to end up this video. So guys, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you learned something from us. And we're gonna do more. I will do more. I'll show you the cards so that you can see the abilities as well in the next videos. Okay. So guys, thank you so much, and Johnny, thank you so much.
Hey, thank you for coming and learning.
Yeah, and please invite them to your Discord and other channels.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, so if you want to jump over to our Instagram.com/a Wager of Troupes TCG, there are a bunch of pictures that and things like that that you can direct you to our Discord. We also have a Patreon up at the moment, and we're going to be restructuring that for next month. If you want to jump in that, we'd love to have you.
All right. So guys, don't forget to check out this new TCG. And thank you for watching, and see you in the next video. Subscribe and like and comment. All right. Bye-bye. Bye, Johnny.
Take it easy.
All right. Bye.